Gender roles usually don't cross my mind.
I don't even know what to say on this.
As things have been advancing both technologically and socially, I think gender roles are kind of in question.
I was raised from a child like with baby dolls. You know, that was my role, was to be a nurturer.
I grew up in the country on a ranch. My father was a rancher. My mom, tended the house and the children. And I was completely surrounded all the time by very, very strong gender roles.
My dad was very traditional. He hated the fact that my mom would work.
My dad worked a lot, but whenever he has his days off, he always tries to help my mom around the house. And whenever my dad was away, my mom kind of took his roles, like mowing the lawn.
My dad was the one who cooked at home instead of my mom because my mom burns toast all the time.
It wasn't long ago that women would be in the home, kind of in charge of overseeing the household, making sure it was running smoothly while the men were outside of the home, bringing in the money. And I think that system was effective and that it was necessary because, even 60 years ago, households didn't have the modern conveniences that we have now that make things really easy. So doing the dishes and doing the laundry were like real chores that took time. And in order to keep a home livable, somebody had to be doing it. But a lot of things have changed in terms of how we do things.
I think we're going to see more of a transition away from traditionally who's fulfilling those roles.
It's now tied to ways that we individually create meaning, and so rather than have ascribed the woman does this and this and this and the man does this and this and this, it's now a lot more, volatile, I suppose, of finding what gender means.
I personally am very happy to be seeing the way that society is progressing.
I think we've become more accepting, I guess, of everyone.
I wouldn't be opposed to my husband staying home and me going to work, but that's just how I see it right now.
In my role as a mother and a wife, I want to make sure that no matter what my other ambitions or goals are, that I am placing my family at the top of the list. And I also want to marry someone who ultimately feels the same way.
The danger in gender roles are in gender roles that we feel like are assigned gender roles, or gender roles that you feel like are part of, in order to have worth, I have to attain this specific level of this gender role or whatever. I feel like that's really dangerous.
You can't tell someone that you have to be a stay-at-home mom. I believe anyways, you can't tell someone to be a stay-at-home mom because maybe they don't like to do that. Maybe they really honestly love to work, and staying at home with the kids, they don't get that sort of fulfillment.
I don't want those social expectations to keep people from being who they really want to be and what's going to make them happy.
I have big dreams for myself, so in my future, I don't think that I hope gender roles don't become limiting.
Before I get married, I want to sit down and talk to my prospective wife, I guess you could say, prospective spouse or significant other, and figure out those roles. Okay, this is what I want to do. I want to work. I want to go into this industry. What do you want to do?
I think gender roles are very important to discuss instead of just sweeping under the rug and pretending that it's not an issue. Obviously, it is something that needs to be talked about, something that needs to be examined, and so I think it's very important to bring it forward and discuss it.